Hey yo, what's up? This Joe Crizzle. I'm about to get to the point. This is about simplicity. You know what I'm saying? Before I even say what I'm about to say or show y'all, one thing I want to say is that there's a lot of things in Studio One that they do a little more or a little better than Bitwig. But what I love about Bitwig the most is the simplicity. That's why I use that more. And I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about because eventually it's still certain things that Studio One do better or quicker. I'm gonna say quicker, faster, but you still can get around it in Bitwig until they start doing it in a different perspective. And I actually got other videos that I was showing people. You can see those videos what I was talking about, like far as pitch correction and stuff like that. But anyway, all right, now I'm gonna start with the drum machine. Right, first I'm gonna start with I'm gonna chop some drums up. Right, all right. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go get an audio file. I'm gonna go to music. Come on, why is it taking so long to change up? All right, let me go to sounds and samples to my. Okay, what's the problem? Where's my sounds and samples? All right, hold up, man. Shit. I'm gonna go in this way. It normally supposed to pop up. Anyway, for all I want to get to old school music. All right, so I'm gonna just go grab something from the old school. I'm gonna just grab something from James Brown, right? And so I want to try to play that back. Hey, hey. But anyway, say I want to chop that up, like I was saying in my old video about the sounds and samples. Sometimes you don't know what you want to chop up. But anyway, let's say I grab this and I do detect trans no split detect transients. But first, before matter of fact, let me go back. Before you detect transients, it's all about how big you want to set it. You can go right here. You got bars, 16. We're gonna try one and a half, because everybody like these samples to be different. But so we're gonna keep it just like that to get to the point, right? So now the simplicity part, like now I chopped that up, right? And so I gotta, no matter of fact, I gotta click here, and then once I get the transients, I split the band markers. I split them up. Now what they did, they just cut the markers up, each sample part up, right? So I open this up, right? Gotta move this to the side, make sure they ain't in the way of the wave, stuff like that. Bring it down some based on what size screen you have. Sometimes you might your drum impact might be all showing only partial of the pads and stuff because it's in the way. Some people say you'll get a second screen, but me, to me, I find that I work less slow with two screens. I like a bigger screen, but to each his own. So, but my point is now, if I get these samples and let me clean this up right quick. I get these samples, and I was as I was showing y'all. See, now I gotta do some extra something because I probably grabbed too many samples. Now, if I go right here, because you have to start at the bottom, because it go from the bottom to the top. You gotta hold shift. It say slice and spread across multiple pads and shit. You drop that. All right, now you got the different samples, but I actually dropped more than one sample. So when I click right here, you know the rest of the samples that I drag didn't drop in. So that means that you have to go, move this out the way, go to a certain area, and you know what I'm saying, and grab those. See, now I gotta stop this right quick. I gotta make sure I bring this back up so it can be right, and go to B, and then drag those. Press Shift, drop them in. Boom. Now I got A and B. You get what I'm saying? Which is cool. And then so on, so on. Then I gotta go grab these. You know what I'm saying? Go to C and grab these and hold on. Grab them and do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Drop it on that. A, B, C. Right. All right. So now this is the thing. This is the thing about it. Now I got all these samples, right? As you can see, you got an easy way where you can click right here and you can add each one of these samples to its own track, right? But it's only limitations. It's a limitation to your samples of how many, because the average sampler, when you chop up samples, you can do normally 128 samples. So I feel like it should have 128 right here. You get what I'm saying? Because you don't know what people's limitations are when they sampling something. You don't know what it is. But they give you a few options, 1 through 9, 1 through what? 16 stereo and 16 mono. Now when you go to mixer, once I drop these samples, right? I'm gonna close this. Now it got its own couple tracks right here. You got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now what I have to do when I open up the drum machine, which I gotta open up the drum machine and the drum machine to be in the way of the mixer, is that I gotta get this one and I gotta, I'm gonna connect this one to 8. I'm gonna get this one, I'm gonna connect this one to 9. I'm gonna get this one, I'm gonna connect this to 10. You know what I'm saying? Now you got, now they routed, if you haven't routed them, everything gonna be in, the first one. This one right here, as you can see, the first one. So every sound, especially when it comes to drums. Okay. So that's cool. That's cool. Now you gotta link each one of these to, because maybe you wanna put an effect or make it sound different or level it different, even though you can do it in here, but you still want to have your own mixer track to be more, to do more or control your mixes when it's time to mix. You want to control each sound. You want each sound to sound different, or anything your mind can possibly think of. You want it to sound that way. So that's why it's good to have it in the mixer. You know what I'm saying? Then also when you got it in the mixer, you can send it to a bus. You can add your own effect bus and everything. Let me see. Do these have sounds? Okay. So you got sounds. You click right here. You add a delay, and then you got to bring the level to this up to how much you wanted it and all that. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? You can just drag it and drop it, stuff like that, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now I'm gonna erase this, right? Make sure y'all remember everything I just showed y'all. I'm gonna erase that. I'm gonna erase this whole track. Okay, remove track. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to a stock drum kit. Let me find something that's. Okay, this got more. All right, now you got 16 pads. We're gonna see something right quick. I gotta move this over so it don't be in my way. Now gotta make sure I move this over so it don't be in my way. Okay, let me find something right quick or some drum pads. All right, now see this right here. You got the closed hat 2, and you got the shaker 2. Now I understand they percussions. They kind of like in the same family, but they both on the same track. Me personally, I don't like them to be on the same track because sometimes you have to EQ a shaker different from a hi-hat. So that means that when I'm playing it, I still have to go get 3. If I want to put the shaker on his own track, I still got to go to 3 and take this to maybe 4 and hope that something else that I got is not on 4, which is the bass. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so now I got to go to 4. I got to find an empty one. And I got to move this over. So I finally got one. So I gotta search and I gotta move this over at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? While I'm trying to, cause this is in the way. It's about the simplicity, what I don't like. You get what I'm saying? So me personally, I like each sound to be on its own track. I don't want to sit here and go to both these and gotta take this one from and gotta add it to his own track and gotta search for one. Because they all want to be EQ different and pan different. You get what I'm saying? I get the point why they have them on both, but I don't like that. I want to have more control of what I'm doing. So that's my point of this type of thing right here. All right, now make sure y'all remember that what I just showed y'all. And a lot of stock presets are like that. Now, if you bring your own presets in, your own stock plugins in, I mean your own drums, then you have to just link each one of them to his own track. You get what I'm saying? You have to link each one of them to your own track, and then you got to save it as a preset. You get what I'm saying? In Bitwig, you don't have to do that. Once you drop it in Bitwig, it creates its own track automatically, which I'm gonna show y'all. All right, now, what else can I show y'all? I think that's the. Let me see. Oh yeah. I'm erase this. So let's say I got an audio track, right? And I'm gonna duplicate this track. I'm gonna duplicate. So I got 4 tracks. All right, now, when I link all these tracks together, yeah, we know I can go to the color and change the colors of all the tracks, right? Cool, that's good. Now, what if I want to pan all these together? What if I want all those to go to the left? See, when they link, they don't go to the left. I gotta send each one of them to the left. You get what I'm saying? And then that's not the real hard. That's not bad. But if I want to bring this back to 0, I gotta make sure I even, press shift or, to get it back to 0. In Bitwig, I can just double click. I can just double click and it'll be precise. Instead of saying R3, it'll be precise back to the middle, which I'm gonna show y'all. So my point is, like, when I got all these linked, I feel like everything should link. If I press mute, which is the mute work. If I press solo, the solo will work. If I press that will work. But just not the pan. You get what I'm saying? Unless it's something that y'all know different that I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So, hold on. Yeah, I'm pressing shift alt. Even if I press alt, no, control ain't gonna let me move these. I know the levels will go up and down. That's good. So what if I name all these the same? Okay. Alright, so you have to name each one. Alright, now, so the things I just showed y'all, let me go to Bitwig. Or another thing with Bitwig, when it opens up, you don't have to sometimes you don't know what you're gonna name your song when you're first doing a project. You don't even know what you might do. You get what I'm saying? In Studio One, when you open it up, you got 1,000,001 options you gotta set before you even start doing what you're doing. Which is cool, but like I say, you don't know what you're gonna do sometimes. You can record a song for somebody or you can make a beat. You don't know what you're gonna name the beat. Sometimes you get the name when you start creating. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to a template. I'm gonna go to beat making. I'm gonna just open this up, right? Another thing I love about Bitwig is that you right click at the top right here. You got increase GUI. You got decrease. If I press decrease, based on your screen, it makes it smaller. to your eye. You press increase, make it bigger, and you don't lose no quality. You get what I'm saying? So I love that. Instead of going in and changing the resolution and everything inside the program, when you change the resolution, sometimes knocks everything off. Like the way I use mine, because I have a HDMI running to my laptop to the screen, and they have different quality. Like my laptop is a 4K, so technically I'm supposed to have a 4K screen, but I don't at this moment. It's 1920. But anyway, so now, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with the chopping the sample part, right? So I'm gonna delete all these so don't confuse nobody, right? And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to audio. I'm gonna just go grab a Ray Charles sample. I'm gonna drop it right here. Play that back. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna click on this right click. You got options to slice the drum machine or slice the multi-sample. Now the multi-sample is like the sample one in Studio One. So I'm gonna slice the drum machine. You got the options pop up: slice, raw, pre, fader, everything, dipper, whatever you want to select. Bar. Everything. Same options as any other program. Slice raw. So I'm gonna slice raw. It'll let me know 128 slices. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna slice this. Press OK. Right click on it. Press OK. So right now the little thing pop up right here, the optimize and everything. So once that stopped, boom, they created a track. So the dope thing about this, now if I click on it, you got all the samples that slice for each one. You get what I'm saying? You got all the slices. You got all the slices of everything that it chopped up. But the dope thing about it, when you double click right here, double click on each one, it opens up and show you where it sliced it at, and it'll pop into sample one, right? Just like how Ableton Live is, right? But now this is the killer, what I was showing y'all in Studio One, what I love about Bitwig. When I click right here, it got a track automatically for every sample. For every sample, man. For every sample. For every sample. I don't gotta link nothing up. I don't gotta. Every sample, 128 samples, 128 tracks on each. For each track that I decide I want to use. You get what I'm saying? And not only that, when I have my effects, my bus tracks, they already right here. So all I gotta do, if I want to do this one right here, I just bring it up. You get what I'm saying? Whatever you set up, your parallel compression. You still can change the colors, and then at the same time, you still can add another sound on top of this one. So what I mean is this. Let me show y'all. Let me see if I can drag it and drop it in. You still can drag one in, and then also you can have two. And if you have two, it'll show you 1 and 2 where you can open this specific sample in this track up, because you got a sample add to it. You get what I'm saying? That's very a lot of simplicity right there. And then you still can add your effects on here. You still can go right here. Hold on, let me see what track it is. So I still can add effects in there or note effects in there. Or I can go right here and go inside my audio effects, delays, and drop a delay on it, something like that. And another thing, like when you inside Studio One, when you go inside looking for your sounds, for example, let's say I'm gonna add another track. Let's say I want an instrument track. Let's say I want a poly synth. And when you click on that poly synth and you go to preset, in Bitwig, it got categories. What type are you looking for as far as tags? Maybe you want something clean. You click on clean, you got sounds that sound clean. You get what I'm saying? And that's the dope thing about it. It ain't just, the name of the sound, but what type of sound you dealing with. Mono, modulation. Maybe you're looking for a modulation type sound or something very expressive, or digital, or detune, or dark. You got different tags that come with these presets. That's dope. All right, now, uh, okay. Now let's say I'm gonna take this off. All right, let's say I have an audio track, right? Go back on the audio one. I'm gonna link all these tracks. All right, now in Bitwig, you still can link one of them one by one, right? You can press that. Same thing like Bitwig. I mean Studio One, solo, mute. You get what I'm saying? But the thing I love about this, the volume the same way, the colors the same way, but the pan. If I just get all of these and I just pan all the way to 100, if I go to each one of them, pan left. If I go this one, pan right, pan left, pan left, pan left, pan left. And the thing is, when I want to take this pan back to the middle, I don't have to sit here and try to find and make sure it fits right in there. You know what I mean? And play around with it until I get it back to zero. All I have to do is just double click and go back to zero. Simplicity. Things like that very important. I can click. I can do all of them at one time. Click. Double click. Double click. I can bring the volume all the way down. I don't gotta sit here and try to go and see if it's gonna fit right at zero and everything. I just double click and take you right back to the default part. I love that. That's on any knob on here. You get what I'm saying? Um, what else I wanted to show y'all? Now, like I say, it's still certain things about Studio One that that do a little more than Bitwig. But what I love about Bitwig is the simplicity.